Hey guys, it's Kate. It's time for another speed build, and in this video I'm building a pretty simple house. I would say it looks very quaint and idyllic, and I wanted to build a very traditional, classy house, but I also wanted to go crazy on the landscaping this time. And I did some pretty huge builds in the past where I did a extensive amount of landscaping. And here I wanted to find a middle ground and wanted to combine both ideas. So I built a very traditional family home, I guess you could say. I mean, here at this point you see how I built the actual house already. I'm just going to add a small section later on, but basically this is it. It's very small or average size. I think it depends on what you're used to in this game. To me, this is pretty small. It includes 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, so there's enough space for a normal sized Sims family, I would say. But I still decided to build on a 40 by 40 lot because, as I said, I want to add a lot of landscaping and the whole front section, and I'm even going to place the lot a little bit further to the back in a few minutes. The whole front section is going to be a little garden area. Technically the whole lot is a garden, so I did not go for the classic setup that is where you have a house in the front and a garden in the back. I wanted the whole lot to be full of flowers and landscaping, and your Sims can use the whole lot as a garden basically. I added a little patio on the right side, as you see. I used chimneys for the columns in combination with actual columns. I thought that they would go very well with the brown roofing, and the front section is just it's just like a little square where your Sims can have a barbecue and hang out. I'm also going to add a table and some chairs, just anything you need. This is probably, when it comes to just hanging out outside the actual main garden area, ironically, even though there's not much landscaping going on, but on the outside there is a lot. The house itself has a very simple color scheme, as you can see. There is some gray wood, there's a lot of white to create a nice contrast between the warm toned brown, and that's almost it. And then I decided to use red as a pop of color. I used the vines that came with Jungle Pack, and also just the base game red flowers that I put in front of the windows. And the star in this build, in my opinions, are the red flowers that I'm going to use all around the lot, the ones that came with the romantic garden pack. I don't know which kind of flower they are actually supposed to be, I don't remember, but I thought that they just looked like poppies, and poppies are one of my favorite flowers. I just love the beautiful red. They're stunning. This is also where I called this lot Poppy Fields, and these are the little details that make this build unique, and more unique than, I don't know, let's say the base game build that I did. I was adding some creative details there as well, but this is a little bit more unique in my opinion. I just enjoy the landscaping, and this makes it special. I decided to use rocks to create curved paths. Originally I planned to use the terrain tool, the terrain painting tool, to just paint on the paths, but then I decided to use a foundation, and in this case you can't do that obviously, so I simply used rocks. I'm always making sure to rotate the rocks, and I'm using at least 3 different kind of rocks when I do this, otherwise it just shows that you are using only a few rocks, and then it doesn't look random and realistic enough in my opinion, so I would always advise to do this. And the reason why I decided to go for a foundation is because I'm raising some objects, and as soon as you're doing this, the objects are going to crash down when the lot is placed if there's no foundation underneath. I learned my lesson with some lots in the past. So because I wanted to elevate some things, I decided to just use a foundation, and I also did that because I think it just looks so great when you are hiding the edges with some rocks. It just looks like the house is on a small hill or something. I really like to do that, and I think it looks cool. And here you just saw how I used a lot of the red flowers. I combined them with the grass that came with the jungle pack, and this way it just looks like white flowers or something, like flowers growing in between some grass. I was going for a very natural look. And this house, even though it's a small, cute, quaint house, doesn't look like suburbia at all. To me, it looks like a house that you would see, I don't know, out in the country, maybe at the coast. I don't know. Originally, I wanted to add a barn, but then I thought I didn't want to make a huge build, so I simply decided to use a 40 by 40 lot, which still is huge for most players, I know that, but I just felt like doing some landscaping and doing something special with landscaping again. But the house is small or average sized. I think it's the best out of two worlds, really. A lot of landscaping, but a normal sized, very manageable house. And I always try to curve them so you don't just have one straight path. This would look boring, so I try to go for a lovely curved shape here. And this path is connecting the front to the patio area, and the patio area is also where your Sims can access the garden area that you will see later in the back. It's a very small garden area. I added a swing set and monkey bars. I just did that so your kids just have a place to hang and play. I just thought that it kind of belongs to any kind of garden. And because there's no traditional garden, as I said, I thought I at least want to throw this in so nothing is missing, because for many people it's kind of crucial, I guess. And because I was using season objects, I thought that I would use the swing set. Yeah, I'm using some bushes to hide the foundation because I did not want to use 100% rocks all around, because it can look too much, so I wasn't sure and just placed some bushes in between. But I'm going to change up some things later, as you are going to see. I also wasn't sure where to place the trees exactly. I didn't want to go overboard, but I wanted to place enough of them because I think they were very crucial for the final look. The ones with the yellow spots came with the jungle pack, I think, and the other ones, the autumnal ones with cats and dogs, I really love them because they just have red leaves, and you don't have to wait for autumn and in-game to arrive. And if you don't play with seasons, there is no autumn either way, so you can technically simulate the season. And these little vines are the bug objects, just like the piles of dirt. I'm going to remove some of them later. I just thought they are very nice for landscaping. You don't have that in the game by default. I mean, we do, it's a base game object, but you have to enter the cheat to use them. And a few days ago I just spent an hour going through all the debug objects, and I just placed them on an empty lot and I sized them up and thought, what could you do with that and this, and developed some ideas. And I think it's so much fun to explore this section. There's so much stuff, and when you like to use objects not only in the way they were intended to be originally used, I think you can find some pretty cool stuff there. Even the gates that came with the jungle adventure pack, I think that you only see the gates in Salvadora, or whatever the word is called, I don't remember. The gates that they use for the temples and stuff, you can place them and use them for a house. You can do some pretty cool stuff with that, I'm sure. And yeah, if you have no idea how you can use this object, you simply enter testing cheats enabled and then bb.show hidden objects. I also used this cheat in my last video where I did my first ever tutorial. I explained how you can build a garage with the base game objects only. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. And yeah, I also want to say thank you for the positive feedback for the tutorial. It was the first time that I did something like that, and making videos and talking and all that stuff is one thing, but actually explaining something, teaching something is a different thing, and I wasn't sure if I could do that well, if people would like that, if people would understand what I'm like, if I'm explaining it well, basically. But the feedback was very positive, so I'm definitely going to make some other tutorials in the future. Not the basic stuff, but some special stuff, some creative approaches, some, I don't know, maybe about landscaping, how I like to do things, stuff like that. I think this could be fun. If you have any ideas or a request for me, then just leave a comment and I will get back to you. I promise. I'm going to reply. And here I'm working on the interior. I was going for a combination of cool colors and very warm colors. I mentioned in another video that I really like the kitchen that came with the Parenthood pack, and especially the blue one. And the day has come, I'm using the blue kitchen. And I decided to use some peach colored curtains, so I have a nice contrast going on. The whole house looks very quaint on the outside and just beautiful and inviting and welcoming. And I was going for the same look on the inside. So I thought when I was using a lot of blue colored furniture, I definitely wanted to throw in some warm colors. So it just I just wanted to look like a wonderful cozy home. And I think that this chest is a debug object as well, but I'm not too sure. I just stumbled upon it when I was looking for objects, and I thought it was, I don't know, something different for once, because usually I'm just placing some kind of drawer at the wall, and a chest just goes with the whole look of the house and the whole feel, in my opinion. Even the picture has a blue colored frame and the chairs. So I try to stay within the color scheme. I really love that they seem to be paying attention that different furniture of different packs go well together, because the table is from the Parenthood pack, but the chairs are from Cats and Dogs, and they have the same color. It's the same blue colored wood, and I really enjoy that. And I used a lot of the stuff that came with these packs for the inside. I also used some other packs. The list is down below in the description box. But mainly I focused on these two packs. I think they have the same aesthetic going on, and I just really love them. When I was playing The Sims 3 in the past, I used a lot of custom content, and the same for Sims 2, and I never really liked the default furniture or the stuff that came with the packs. I still had the packs because of all the new functions and so on, and the new worlds and all that. But I only use CC mostly. But I think in The Sims 4 they really stepped up their game when it comes to furniture and objects in general. I think they're so beautiful. It's still challenging for me to not use any CC, because I also used some CC on The Sims 4 in the past, but I think it's definitely so much easier in this game to create a beautiful interior than it was in The Sims 3. And maybe it's probably down to personal preference, but I just feel like there's so much beautiful furniture. If you're going for a look like this, you can use Cats and Dogs and Parenthood. If you're going for a very modern kind of style, you can use all the stuff that came with City Living, one of my favorite packs. I think my most favorite pack ever is Seasons, just because it adds weather and so much cool stuff. But City Living was also so cool. I'm so excited. Did you guys hear that they said that they are going to release a free content update in October? They said if nothing comes in the way, they're going to release some free stuff again, just like the nice little Caribbean update that we got. I love to use the plant that came with the update. As you saw, I just used it all over the house again. I just love it, and I'm so excited to see what we are going to get in October. And they are also going to release a new pack, but no one knows what it's going to be. It's still a secret, and I'm really excited. I love secrets because I enjoy surprises, so who knows what it's going to be. I like that. Yeah, it's going to be exciting, I'm sure. They also said that they're working on multiple worlds, so yeah, we're in for a treat, I'm sure. So it's not going to be a small stuff pack because there are no words in stuff packs. So I know it's just speculation, but I think that we are going to have a game pack or something, maybe even a big expansion, just like Cats and Dogs or something big. I know that a lot of people are hoping for University. Who knows? I mean, people were requesting Cats and Dogs constantly, so we got that. Then people switched over to demanding seasons all the time, then we got that. So maybe the same is going to happen for University. I don't know. Would be so cool. I can't wait to build a campus or dorms. I don't know. I'm ready. I don't know, we will see. Maybe leave a comment and tell me what you are hoping for. I'm sure most people are going to say University. I don't know, everyone seems to wait for University at the moment. Here I'm using more of the grass that came with the jungle pack, and I'm also going to add a lot of the poppies. I mean, the lot is called Poppy Fields, so I want to stay true to the name and really used a lot of them. They are all over the lot, all around, and this is what makes it so cool. I just look how beautiful that is. I don't know, when I was combining different things to develop the idea, and then I placed this the flowers inside the grass, I was like, oh my god, this is it. I like it. I really like how this looks. I'm definitely going to use this for some other builds when I'm building something for my Sims. I don't know, I just like that. I just wish we had some other options, some grass that isn't so extremely bright green and almost looks like plastic. But I mean, to be fair, it came with the jungle pack, so of course the grass is going to look extremely lush and like jungle grass. And here I'm changing some stuff up at the front. I wanted there to be enough of the grass and the poppies. I mean, it probably sounds ridiculous because there's a ton of them, but I didn't want there to be too many paths, too much rock. I wanted to look very green and welcoming. So these were some of the details that I changed up. And here are the monkey bars and the swing set. I'm going to move it to the back in a second, so it's not going to stay there. Working on the dormers and just little things. The last little details are the most difficult ones, I think, because it's the final look, and you know what kind of look you were going for, and then you think, is it too much? Should I remove something? Should I add something? It's always a little bit tense. Then I don't know. This is just when you either manage to achieve the look you were going for or not, I guess. So I always like to change up some stuff eventually, and I left this pile of dirt on the left side just so the tree is growing out of it, but I moved the other stuff to the bottom. I didn't want that to be too much brown. I really wanted the flowers to be the star and the center of attention, I guess you could say, and just adding some other flowers. I didn't want to use too many different kinds of flowers because it's already very busy, and this is what I mean when I'm saying that I'm not sure what to remove, what to add, all these little details. I don't want a lot to look too busy, even when it's intended to look busy compared to other lots, because I think when you are using a lot of landscaping, it's always going to look a little bit busy, but not too busy. I don't think it's much fun to look at it, and there's just too much going on. This is also why I'm usually going for certain colors, for a certain amount of colors, and then I'm combining them, and then I'm sticking to them. Yeah. So this is it again. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and leave me a comment if you have any kind of constructive criticism or any questions, and I will get back to you. As you can see, I included screenshots and also floor plans, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye!